Hello and welcome to United Report. This is your home for all the latest Manchester United news, match updates, transfer stories, and in-depth analysis. Stay connected and never miss a moment. Subscribe now to stay ahead with everything happening at Old Trafford. Manchester United have recognised Tyler Fredrickson and Chido Obi as first-team squad members as they begin to get increasing minutes under Ruben Amorim. Backing young players has been part of the club's DNA, and that has continued. Fredrickson and Obi, who have seen opportunities come their way recently, are now visible on the club's official website under the first-team player profiles. 20-year-old Fredrickson made his debut in the 1-0 defeat to Wolves last month. Obi moved to Manchester from Arsenal, having been recognised as one of the best players worldwide in his age group, and the 17-year-old made his full debut in the 4-3 loss at Brentford earlier this month. Both men were named on the bench on Sunday, as United were beaten 2-0 at home by West Ham, but ultimately didn't get any minutes. Fredrickson could yet feature in the Europa League final, having been added to United's B list, whilst the squad deal with injuries to 4 of their centre-half options. Obi, though, is ineligible to figure in the final against Tottenham next week after United did not register the Denmark U21 international for their revised squad in February. Amorim has previously been hugely complimentary of Fredrickson and said last month, "He's really composed, he's really humble. Every training he has with the first team, he is really focused on every detail of training. He's really good on the ball, and it's a good opportunity for him." Obi, meanwhile, has been looking to take advantage of the issues United have in the final third. Several of the main forwards are struggling for form, and the teenager has been given opportunities off the bench, but the Red Devils boss has urged him to keep his feet on the ground. "He's just told me to be humble and keep working hard every day," Obi said on Amorim's advice. "And hopefully I get more opportunities soon. My dad and my mum always told me to be a good person and listen to my coaches because they want me to get better, so it's good." He added, "I've learnt to be smart and to think quicker by training with the first team because the game is quicker compared to academy football. It helps me a lot, training with them every day." Harry Maguire opted to get away from his Manchester United frustrations by heading to Bramall Lane to watch former club Sheffield United. The Blades destroyed Bristol City in the second leg of their Championship playoff semi-final to reach Wembley. Only 24 hours earlier, and Maguire was part of a United defence that conceded twice during their loss to West Ham, which kept up their poor home record. The loss was the 5th in their last 7 games as pressure ramps up on Ruben Amorim. Maguire came off the bench to replace Lenny Yoro, who was forced off with an injury issue. The Englishman remains one of the most expensive defenders in history, but he began his career with Sheffield United back when they were in League One. The centre-half was born in Sheffield and joined the Blades at the age of 7, progressing all the way through to their first team. He's since played for Hull City and Leicester before heading to Manchester, but has continued to attend games at Bramall Lane when possible. Maguire will have been pleased to see his former side progress. Their spot at Wembley was all but secured following a 3-0 win at Ashton Gate last week. The Blades, who finished third, completed the job with a 3-0 win on Monday night. Their commanding victory has them 90 minutes away from a spot in the Premier League. Chris Wilder is looking to take Sheffield United back to the top flight at the first time of asking, and they'll face either Sunderland or Coventry City in the final. Maguire played for Sheffield United in a playoff final at Wembley when he was just 19. The centre-half was already part of the first team with the Blades and scored his penalty despite Huddersfield Town ultimately winning out in a shootout to secure their place in the Championship back in 2012. The United defender previously said, "When I was around 10 years old, my dad used to take me to a couple of games at Hillsborough, but ever since I played for Sheffield United, I've supported them, and I played for them when I was 11 years old. I was ball boy week in, week out at Bramall Lane from when I was 14 until 16 or 17. Then I broke in and made my debut." Maguire is currently part of a United side that will post the team's worst ever Premier League finish. He has played a major role in the European campaign though, and could help the side win the Europa League next week. He scored a vital last-minute goal to see off Lyon in the last 8. Ahead of the Europa League final on May 21st, the men in charge of Tottenham Hotspur and Manchester United have taken different approaches. Spurs plan to give out around 700 free tickets to the final in Bilbao, one for each of the club's full-time employees, in contrast to their opponents at San Mamés. The two struggling Premier League teams have a chance to salvage something from their season in the Basque Country. United and Spurs sit 16th and 17th respectively in the table, but progress to the Europa League final after decisive semi-final wins against Athletic Club and Bodo Glimt respectively. Both teams will have an allocation of 15,000 tickets for the final, with the winners earning a spot in next season's Champions League. According to the Mail, Spurs have offered a free ticket to each staff member, though the offer is not understood to include travel or accommodation. United, in contrast, won't be doling out free tickets to staff. The news comes against a backdrop of significant cost-cutting under billionaire part owner Ratcliffe, with the workforce trimmed substantially since his arrival partway through the 2023-24 season. A small number of United staff members will have the chance to win tickets via a ballot, while those unable to attend will be able to watch a screening of the game. They will reportedly be given 2 free drinks at the screening, while any +1 they bring will have to pay for their own refreshments. Spurs will be playing in just their second European final of the 21st century and their second against English opposition. The first came in 2019, when they were beaten 2-0 by Liverpool in the 2019 Champions League final. For United, it's a 6th European final since the turn of the century and a chance for a third win. They beat Chelsea in the 2008 Champions League final and overcame Ajax to win the Europa League in 2017, while they also suffered final losses against Barcelona twice and Villarreal. United and Spurs both suffered 2-0 home defeats in the league at the weekend after ringing the changes ahead of the European final. Ruben Amorim's team were beaten by West Ham, while Ange Postecoglou's side fell to FA Cup finalists Crystal Palace. Everybody is focused on the final. The final is not the biggest thing in our football club. We need to change a lot of things, United boss Amorim told Match of the Day after the latest defeat. If we don't change the way we play and perform and feel this urgency of winning every game, we should not play in the Champions League. We should just stay in the Premier League and learn how to be competitive 1 week at a time. The biggest focus on our football club is to change a lot of things. It's not just the final. Mason Greenwood could secure the Premier League return he craves in the next 12 months, with 2 top-flight clubs now supposedly ready to pursue a deal for the former Manchester United forward. Greenwood, 23, moved to France last summer in a deal worth £26 million after being informed he had no future at Old Trafford. He has delivered in a Marseille shirt too, accumulating 20 goals and 5 assists across 35 games for Roberto De Zerbi's side. Despite Greenwood's fine maiden campaign in League One, it was recently claimed that he is yearning for a return to England, and it now seems as though he could be offered the chance to move back across the Channel sooner rather than later. As revealed by The Telegraph, there are 2 Premier League clubs who are now weighing up the possibility of offering Greenwood a route back to England, with figures close to Marseille accepting a transfer within the next 2 windows is possible. However, there is said to be a difference of opinion among those close to Greenwood over whether or not he is ready to return to the Premier League. The Sun previously claimed that playing abroad has helped Greenwood and his partner, Harriet Robson, rebuild their lives after charges of attempted rape, assault, and controlling and coercive behaviour against the striker were dropped by the Crown Prosecution Service. The novelty of playing overseas has worn off though, with Greenwood keen on a return to his native northwest. Manchester United would stand to profit should their former academy star making another move due to a sell-on clause which was inserted in the deal that took him to France last year. While Greenwood has been amongst the goals for Marseille, who are currently second in the League One table, he has also encountered setbacks. His work ethic has been questioned by both De Zerbi and supporters, with the club's ultras unfurling a banner urging Greenwood to get a move on. De Zerbi did take the time to laud the forward's ability last month, saying Greenwood is a natural talent. All the credit goes to his mother and father, and I'm here to help him become more complete. When he needs a hug, a word of support, I gladly give it. And when I need to push him to give more, I have to do that too because that's my job. I would especially like to help him be remembered in this stadium and by these supporters as one of the greatest players to have played here at the Velodrome. There have been so many great players here, but I think Greenwood has the qualities to be remembered that way, and I'm trying to help him progress.